Hey guys, this is Mr. A. Crizzy here, and in tonight's movie review, I'm going to be doing a movie review on the 1980 slasher film from Paramount Pictures, Friday the 13th. And that would be the original Friday the 13th movie from 1980. So, I actually watched this movie on demand last night before going to bed, and so the story of the original Friday the 13th from 1980 is about this. Crystal Lake's history of murder doesn't deter the consulars from setting up a summer camp in the Woodsea area. Like locals warn against it, but the fresh-faced young people, Jack, Bill, Marcy, and Ned, pay little heed to the old-timers. They find themselves stalked by a brutal killer. As they're slashed, shot, and stabbed, the consulars struggle to stay alive against an opponent. And of course, we got ourselves the original Friday the 13th from 1980, made by Paramount Pictures. So like I said, I watched this movie on demand last night before going to sleep and before going to bed. And so, I gotta agree with most of you guys out there. I actually really love this film. I actually really love Friday the 13th, yeah. I love the original Friday the 13th. It was creepy, it was scary, and fun to watch on Halloween. And yeah. And I gotta say, the performances were actually really good too. I mean, I don't know much of the people who were in this film, but the only actor I do recognize and do know that was in this movie was actually Kevin Bacon. Yeah, Kevin Bacon. He's actually in this movie, and Kevin Bacon plays Jack. And I think Kevin Bacon did a really great job playing Jack in the original Friday the 13th. And of course, I do know how Friday the 13th also spawned a franchise as well. There's a whole lot of sequels to Friday the 13th. There's like so many of them, and I do know Jason, of course. I think Jason's more common when he wears the hockey mask, but I think that doesn't really happen until from what I heard, it doesn't happen until I think the third movie, because like I said, I know there's a lot of Friday the 13th sequels. It spawned a franchise. And especially from what I heard, the fourth Friday the 13th film, Friday the 13th Part 4, that was supposed to be the final Friday the 13th film, but then they go on but then they made more sequels to Friday the 13th. They went on to make more, and of course it made money as well. So. And then in 2009, Friday the 13th got a remake in 2009, which I heard the remake wasn't really that good. And then a year later, we got that Nightmare on Elm Street remake in 2010, which was crap. Because like I said, guys, the original always tops the remakes. The original Friday the 13th, definitely more worth watching than the remake from 2009. But yeah, so yeah, I loved everything about the original Friday the 13th, and yeah, and the fact that this movie came out in the early 80s, the beginning of the 80s, May 9th of 1980, and yeah, it's got good acting performances. It's got entertaining kills to keep you guys entertained for all horror fans. And yeah, and especially that Friday the 13th was also one of those horror slasher franchises that has a lot of sequels, and I know others like Nightmare on Elm Street. There's also the Halloween franchise. The Halloween franchise has a lot of sequels, just like Nightmare on Elm Street and this Friday the 13th as well. So overall, Friday the 13th was an awesome 1980 scary movie, and I'm gonna give the original Friday the 13th 4 out of 5 stars. Yep, definitely a 4 out of 5 for sure. Yeah, that's just what I think. Yeah. So if you like scary movies like me, and if you haven't seen Friday the 13th, if you haven't seen Friday the 13th yet, the original, then I recommend the original for sure. Because maybe one of these days I may check out Part 2, maybe Part 3 and 4, only if I feel like it. Maybe someday I might, but only if I feel like it. Same with the Nightmare on Elm Street sequels and Halloween sequels, but yeah, but for now, I love Friday the 13th, and that's all. So there you have it, guys. That's going to be it for my movie review on Friday the 13th. And that's going to be it for this video. So make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. And as always, thanks for watching. And until next time, this is Mr. A. Crizzy saying goodbye, everybody, and that's about it.